Two, I found a voice generator app, but I can't use it because I don't have a third device. I don't know where my tablet is, and I'm not gonna jailbreak my Switch just to use a damn voice generator. So, I mean, hey, if you guys, like, if I do find my older phone that's been cut off so it can just be a gaming phone, if you want me to remaster the virus using the character's text-to-speech, let me know, and I'll just name it The Virus Remaster, or type Virus Outbreak 2 in the comments. Okay, we left off halfway through, but I'm just gonna show you a new story I'm working on. I'm not gonna read it, but it's called Falling Apart, Family Fracturing, the Setup, because it's all about Luann going crazy right before April Fool's. Okay, I'm gonna restart. It's like original credit goes to the Nice Godzilla 1, 2, 3. If you want to do fan art, just do fan art of me, you know, but as the Human Torch. And I understand if you're mad that I made Natsuki the same height as me. I know how some Doki Doki Literature Club fans are. I don't know any who are that mad about it. The only two people I know who are DDLC fans like me is this nice person I met on Reddit who has reacted to my stories. And I'll try, and my next video I will show off their Reddit page if I have their permission. They make pretty great art. They're pretty talented at what they do, and she's really the only person who's seen this or seen video of the full hour-long video or has read any of my fan fiction and has not hated it, because it's one other guy's like, oh, you have to do it like this, and this, because first, there's not punctuation. I was 9 when I wrote my first version of this story, and now I'm 15, so I've learned, but he doesn't see that. But I don't care. He's just trying to make up for something he doesn't have. Don't let it get to you if the same guy comes around and just calling your stories bad. They're good. You wrote them. If you think they're good, they're good. Anyway, let's start. Original credit. Okay, let me skip this. I did make this a joke of like my character wearing a Dan TDM t-shirt without referencing him, with it saying with a black shirt with a blue dime on it that says TDM under it, and like normal blue jeans and stuff that would a normal person would wear, like not merch. Also did my character's X-Men uniform, which I am going to read out their X-Men uniforms, because like there's no like precedence for X-Men uniforms, X-Men uniforms. So my character's X-Men uniform is like a blue suit like with green accents. So there's like a little bit of green like on the gloves, the boots, the outfit, like a little bit of green, so it's a mix of blue and green, my two favorite colors. Natsuki, you know, she still has her casual outfit. I put this in as a joke. That she kept the Marvel Girl go-go boots just because I liked the Marvel Girl outfit when I was younger. That was my favorite Jean Grey outfit. I just thought it was funny to keep that in. And kind of an homage that my character used to date Jean Grey before I did this like reboot, because my continuity was getting all screwed up. But Natsuki's superhero outfit is this right. That Jean Grey outfit, but blue and gold. I showed that in the previous one. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, let me see. It's a mix of like what Jean Grey wore in X-Men the Animated Series. Monica, her casual outfit is like anyone from a mod, if you want to imagine it. Monica's superhero uniform is basically the one that Jean Grey wore in X-Men the Animated Series. So like, if hang on, I think just look up Jean Grey X-Men the Animated Series. It's something like that. Sayori doesn't like conflict, so she never officially joined the X-Men team, so she doesn't have like an X-Men type uniform. Yuri, a darker colored version of the X-23 costume. So like the Wolverine costume that is wait, I have the angle draw. Oh, come on, Laura, you don't want to be camera shy. You know, screw it. You know, just look up X-23. I can get her in front. That dark, the Wolverine costume back there. Darker version of that. And Yuri's casual outfit's the same one in the games. I never took the Yuri path. Don't kill me. Listen, I know people are Yuri fans. Her obsession with knives creeps me out. I wanted to do like a cut. Then I have like 2 anime swords. Like I have like Ninja Turtle swords and like this other cosplay sword that I have. I'm not gonna get up and look for that right now. So I'm kind of being hypocritical, I guess, if you want to take it that way. Okay. If you want to know an Earth number, Earth 427063. Hang on, I think I have. Where'd it go? I don't know where it is. I was gonna put on the Cyclops visor, but I have no clue where it went. You know, the gold and red that Cyclops wears. Yeah, that. I was gonna wear that. And, I don't know where it is, so, yeah. My bad. Okay, back to the story. I'm sorry. It switches from people's point of view, like, and my character, well, I'll get to that. I might read chapter 2 as well. It's fairly shorter. This takes place sometime during season 6. So Lincoln isn't in elementary school. And it switches from people's point of view. I narrate everything that doesn't, like, okay, so, like, I narrate, like, inner monologues and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna change my voice for that. But the Watcher, okay, let's just get to the... Meanwhile, in the high section of the school, because just high school. Oh, come on, Natsuki. You know he wanted to take you out on a date. Let him, Sayori teases. I've already moved in with Jonathan. What else do you want from me? Natsuki asks, growing annoyed. Okay, I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but the day he wanted to take you on was to the comic book store, Sayori says. Natsuki's eyes light up. You know, maybe I'll rethink it. Natsuki says, it's cute the way you and Jonathan love each other, Monica says, a hint of jealousy in her voice. I then walk into the room. Hey guys, I'm not the only one who thinks something feels off, right? I ask in a concerned tone. Thank God someone else noticed, Monica and Natsuki say, relieved. It's not just them that have that feeling. It just feels like something bad's gonna happen, Sayori adds. We then see something outside the window. We all immediately run to the window. Monica then says something unexpected. There's something I have to admit. I'm not 18, I'm 15. That's the story. It'll make sense in like chapter 2 of why I changed the characters' ages to 15. Believe me, none of us are 18, I say. And Natsuki and Sayori are only 15 as well, I say, comforting. Before Natsuki could slug me in the arm, we see what it is. It's a comet. Hit the deck! I shout, in shock from what's happening. The comet gets real close to the school. Me and Natsuki embrace each other. And then it explodes, sending us all to the ground. I wake up in a daze, or woke up in a daze, whichever you want to put it as. Natsuki, get up, please. I say in a shaky voice. Sayori gets up first. Hey, your boyfriend wants you up, Sayori says, playfully shaking Natsuki. My face turns red. I wouldn't say boyfriend, I managed to mumble. trying to hide the fact that me and Natsuki are dating. Relax, it's clear that you guys have been dating, even though you two never kissed in the literature club. It's obvious, Monica says, helping me up. Okay, thank God. It's been hard keeping that secret, I say, relieved. Natsuki sits up. I can't believe this. Oh my God, baby, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're okay, I say in a relieved voice. The minute those words escaped my mouth, we both turned incredibly red in the face. I thought it was a secret. Natsuki says, glaring at me angrily. Yeah, not anymore. I say. I help Natsuki onto her feet. Well, since there's no point in hiding it, Natsuki grabs me, pulling me into a kiss. I blush, then fear washes over my face immediately afterwards. What's wrong? Natsuki asked, seeing how nervous I was. My siblings, what if they got injured in the blast? I say, fear in my voice. Natsuki immediately gets the same look of fear, considering the sibling-in-law thing since we were engaged and kept that a secret from the club as well. They still don't know that yet. We both get snapped back to reality when we hear Monica scream. Monica was pinned up against the wall by Yuri, who had a crazy scowl on her face. I was about to ask what happened, but Yuri bit into Monica's arm. I was gonna ask what happened, or what's going on. Yuri, what the fuck? I screamed, terrified. I look over to Natsuki to make sure I'm not seeing things. She shared the same terrified expression as me. Monica screamed in pain, tears coming out of her eyes. Me and Natsuki and Sayori just stood there, shocked. Blood poured, but Monica patched the wound up with her ice powers. Sayori's face was drained of color, like she was about to throw up, which I can't blame her. Flame on! Me and Natsuki say in unison before charging in the Yuri, but Yuri just shrugged it off and knocked Natsuki backwards before spinning around and stabbing me in the leg with one of her knives. Ack! I let out. My healing factor counteracts the stab almost instantly, but it still hurt like hell. Just because the wound closed does not mean it does not hurt, I think to myself. I quickly grab my two katana blades. I then went Yuri. I'm sorry, I say, closing my eyes. The blade went through her stomach easier than I thought it would. But she just ignored it and still tried to grab onto my arm. She eventually knocks me backwards, and one of the swords went flying backwards while the other one just stayed in her stomach. Next thing I know, she was on top of me, getting ready to take a chunk of flesh out of my face before I hear an angry voice say, "Oh no, you don't," followed by the sword I dropped going into Yuri's back. Thanks for the save, Natsuki, I say in a very thankful tone. No problem. What's a girlfriend for if they can't save their boyfriend from time to time? She says, blushing in a kind of embarrassed tone. I couldn't have picked a better girlfriend, I say in a thankful tone, and I couldn't have picked a better boyfriend, she says in the same thankful tone. Let's go find our siblings, I say confidently. And your sibling-in-laws, I say to Natsuki psychically. And say out loud, let's go find our family. Which siblings do you want to find first? Natsuki asked. Luna, Luann, and Lynn can handle themselves. They're older, I say sternly. We have to find Lincoln. Sure, he can handle himself too, but he's the youngest that's in the school, I say, growing concerned for my little brother. Me, Natsuki, Monica, and Sayori push Yuri into the manga closet before boarding it up with one of the floorboard tiles. The deceased girl I used to call my friend banged on the door. We went to the hallway, where any confidence I had was washed away. It was complete chaos, kids fighting and getting ripped into pieces. We saved as many as we could. We save as many as we can with our powers, but the once white walls of the school were now covered in blood, like you hired a painter on the first day of the job. And he slung the bucket of red paint all over, except for one section. There were limbs, bodies everywhere. It was so disturbing, gut-twisting, disgusting. It took all I had to stop myself from throwing up. What the hell is going on? Is all I can think or say. Sure, I'm a superhero. I led the X-Men. But we've never had to deal with zombie-type shit like this before. We then see Luna running towards us with a zombie Meryl following her. Luna turns around and fires her electric guitar in Meryl's face, temporarily stunning the crazed adult. Something then impaled Meryl. It was a spear from another kid. She let out an inhuman screech, stunning us all. Jeez, what the hell is going on? Luna asked in a distressed tone, looking at me for an answer. Honestly, sis, for once, I don't have an answer, I say in a distressed tone. You're joking, right, Jonathan? Luna says, growing more distressed. Yeah, I wish, I say. Yeah, I wish, I say in a scared tone. Luna's scared eyes stabbed me like daggers the longer they looked at me. Honestly, Luna, I don't know, I say, tears building up and my voice starting to break. Let's just focus on finding our siblings, I say, my voice cracking from emotional overload. Luna nods, tears running down her face. We immediately tried the elevator. It didn't work. Come on, Luna says, repeatedly pressing the button. The asteroid must have released a EMP blast, I say. Okay, what is that? Sarah asks in a confused tone. It shuts down anything electrical, I answer. Well, at least anything electric in a small radius. That actually depends on how big the blast radius is, which I don't know, I say. We quickly run down the stairs with panicked students pushing us as they ran up the stairs to try and find a safe classroom to barricade themselves. And I strongly advised against going into the Literature Club room, considering, Yuri is locked in there. I don't know if her healing factor is still a thing, so that's why I'm warning them. We eventually find Luann, who is also heading towards Lincoln's classroom. Hey, Luann, you okay? I ask. Luann jumps at the sound of my voice. Oh, it's just you, Luann says, relieved. Hey, isn't one of your club members missing? Luann says, noticing Yuri's absence. I look down at the floor. Oh, I didn't know. Luann begins to say apologetically. trying to set my phone up at a better angle. That way I can just kind of have the phone pointed towards me. That way I don't lose my place as easy. Okay, that's good. Actually, no, right here's good because it's got a prop. Look at the floor. Oh, I didn't know Luann begins to say apologetically. It's fine. You were just concerned that maybe we accidentally left her behind. I said in a partly silent tone. We eventually reached Lincoln's classroom, which was holding him and his friends, considering Mr. Bullhoffner had to move into the school because of safety regulations that the trailer he used to teach in caused. Teachers were worried that the trailer he taught in, that it could slide off the hill it was placed upon. Or at least, that's what Lincoln told me. Hello, my name is Waltu the Watcher. You can call me the Watcher. I will be narrating the past parts of this story and parts of the story where our character, with characters located where our main group is not, or isn't. Like, I modify a few of the words I say here. Like, taught in instead of, like, or placed on, I just change it the way I think fits more. Like, here's the vanilla sentence here. Teachers were scared that the trailer that he taught could slide off the hill it was placed on. So I will be modifying like smaller words like that. Hello, my name is Waltu the Watcher. You can call me the Watcher. That's place where characters are. Lincoln and Chandler Lincoln was sitting with Chandler. They were talking about the newest comic book. 5 minutes later, the asteroid coming towards the school, Liam immediately shouted, "Hit the deck." Liam's friends and every other classmate immediately tried to duck down, but it was too fast. The asteroid had already exploded, knocking everyone off their seats. About 10 minutes later, Lincoln woke up, nudging Clyde and Chandler. "Get up, guys," Lincoln says in a disoriented tone. Mr. Bullhoffner still was not awake. As the rest of the class got onto their feet, the students surrounded their teacher. One of the kids asked if he was okay. He shifted onto his side before mumbling something. "Mr. Bullhoffner, are you okay?" One of the kids asked. The boy Jordan called Mr. Bullhoffner's name again. "Mr. Bullhoffner?" Mr. Bullhoffner then jumped at boy Jordan with an angry scowl, biting into his arm as he screamed. As the skin was torn off, he fell to the ground. Another kid helped him up and ran towards the door. Multiple kids pushed the classroom door open, running out into the carnage of the hallway as Lincoln and Clyde exchanged terrified glances. Mr. Bullhoffner ran for Lincoln, pinning him up against the wall. Lincoln screamed. Chandler ran up behind, punching the crazed teacher in the head, which made the crazed teacher drop Lincoln. Mr. Bullhoffner then turned around, biting Chandler's arm, ripping a good portion of it off, including one of Chandler's fingers. Chandler screamed, falling back in pain. Blood sprayed over Mr. Bullhoffner's face as he smiled. Seeing the sight of Chandler in pain, while Lincoln and Clyde just looked terrified. Clyde immediately got the first aid kit for Chandler, wrapping a tourniquet around what was left of his arm now. Lincoln then grabbed the pencil on his desk, jamming into Mr. Bullhoffner's eye socket. The teacher stumbled back unfazed, which made Lincoln scream
He grabbed another pencil off of Chandler's desk, shoving it into to Mr. Bullhoffner's other socket, making him stumble completely blind. He hit his head on the desk, and then a pool of blood started to circle around the area where he had been hit. Lincoln, with trembling hands, asked himself, "What have I done? What have I done? What have I done?" over and over, terrified. Chandler tried to tell Lincoln he had to, it was self-defense, saying that all three of them would have been dead if Lincoln didn't do that. Clyde regrettably agreed. "It still doesn't make me feel better about it," Lincoln says. Clyde said that he's always here to talk to Lincoln if Lincoln wants it. "Thanks, buddy," Lincoln says, hiding his pain through a smile. And that brings an end to my recap. Back to the main group of characters, back to you, Jonathan Storm. The Watcher says, "I gently open the door. Lincoln spins back, throwing a pencil, and I catch it. Relax, bro. It's me," I say calmly, walking towards Lincoln with tears in my eyes. "I'm just glad you're okay, little bro," I say, trying to hold back tears. Luna and Lance step in the door next, right behind Natsuki. "We're here, little bro," Luna says in a comforting tone, embracing Lincoln along with Luann. "Let's go find our younger siblings," I say, faking confidence. Before we can leave, a zombie Principal Ramirez blocks the door, shutting it. Every adult in the school is like this. Every adult in the school is like this, I say, scared for one of the first times since I got my powers. "What? You're kidding, right?" Lincoln asked, terrified. "No. It's every adult. I don't know if it's just our school, but before I can continue, I'm knocked against the wall." "Why don't you use your fire powers to burn through her?" Lincoln asked. "Because this portion of the school is right next to several propane tanks and pipes in the school," I answer, before being knocked against the wall again. I pick myself up to see zombie Principal Ramirez. And I lost my place. There we go. Zombie Principal Ramirez trying to bite me. "Chew on cold steel," I say, taking my sword and stabbing her in the stomach. She just looks at me and throws me to the ground. Of course, I land right on my wrist. "Ah, that stings," I think to myself. I then see an ice beam freeze Principal Ramirez. "Monica, thank God," I say, relieved. "We have to get to the elementary school," Lincoln says. "Where's Lynn?" Lincoln asks, growing worried. "I don't know, but she can handle herself. As for our younger siblings, though, sure, Lola is feisty, and Lana has an arsenal of dangerous tools. These zombies can survive a sword stab to the gut and just keep going. What's a monkey wrench and kicking going to do?" I respond. Lincoln nods in agreement. As we all move into the hallway, Lincoln's friends following behind us. hoping we run into Len or Lenny. Luckily, we found Lenny. A random zombie adult with a hammer cracked the ground, separating Lincoln's friends from the rest of us. From the rest of the group, because a giant chunk of rubble blocked them from rejoining us. No! Lincoln shouts to his friends, trying to climb the rocks that separated Lincoln's friends from us. But I grabbed him, pulling him away. I started thinking about the worst thing that could have happened to our siblings, but I couldn't let that cloud my mind as much as it tried to. Lincoln screams and I look up. You've got to be kidding me, I say in a nervous tone. I don't even know how to describe it. It was that kid Monica was dating at one point. Senpai, I think his name was. All I know is that he's on the ceiling looking down at us. Sure, I hated the kid. He was a jerk, but even this is something I wouldn't wish on him or anyone. Being a thirsty zombie's meal. It was who was devouring him that scared me, though. It was Guy Gardner, our gym teacher, better known as a Green Lantern. Guy that noticed us and dove before any of us could react. But soon was knocked away by a shield, and one that I recognized too. What? I thought all adults were infected, turned into zombies. Then again, certain ones do have really powerful healing factors. Cap, thank God, I say, surprised but happy. Hurry! Where are you kids going? Steve asked. The elementary school. We have to save our younger siblings, I answer, continuing on forward. You kids always were noble, Cap says to us. Means a lot, I say. I then see an infected adult. Behind you! I yell. Cap quickly turns, punching the infected adult, saving another kid's life. That's another modified line, but I'm not gonna just every time. No, this was a modified line. Just what I think would pronounce it better. Wait, I have an idea. Is Iron Man? Yes, he's infected. Captain America says sadly, cutting me off. If all his buildings, his food pantries, everything that he owns, at least the buildings here, if they're still operational, they could be turned into some type of Thunderdome, places for survivors to get together, I say. That's a good idea, Captain America says. I then get a call on my radio from the X-Mansion. They need me now? Of course they do. Of course they need me right now, I shout in anger. I answer anyway. What? What is it? I ask in an angry tone. Those caused by emotional overload. You know, kid, you're not good at hiding your anger. Well, I can do that voice better. You know, kid, you're not good at hiding your anger, Logan says. Logan? Is that you? I question. Yeah, the superhero community is being stretched pretty thin right now. No. Where are you? We'll send a group your way. There are no more superheroes and villains in the world. It's all survival, Logan says, stressed. What? Blah. I turned in the head from Edgewald there for a minute. We're at Royal Woods Middle School, but we're about to go to the elementary school, I say. Alright. It cuts off as another blast enters the sky. This one didn't cause any effects to the people, but it did jam every piece of technology in the world. It was more of an aftershock than another meteor. Damn it, Natsuki says. Then we see the most terrifying zombie yet. The gym teacher from the elementary school, Coach Bukowski. He wasn't scary because he was the toughest or the fastest. It was because this means the elementary school probably has no one alive left in it. Damn, it is right. I say, worried with thoughts of what could have possibly happened to our younger siblings. Jonathan, what do we do? Sayori asked in fear. I'm not a damn tactician. I'm tired of people thinking I am. I think to myself, we have to, my voice becomes shaky. We have to, I don't know. I say in a scared voice. For once in my life, I don't have a plan. Lincoln, Clyde, Monica, Sayori, Natsuki grab the flagpole and use it as a spear. A voice from the distance calls. We all turn to see Lynn. Lynn! We all say with relief in our voices. Wait, I thought an EMP already went off. Lincoln says, there can be a meteor blast in different radiuses. A seemingly uninfected Yuri says, this makes us all jump. What the hell? How? I say. Monica holds Yuri against the wall. Explain. Explain. Monica orders in a stern tone. Okay, daughter of Batman, I say jokingly, pushing Monica aside gently. Yeah, explain, I say calmly. Okay, that version of me that you were fighting was my older sister. She just turned 18 last week. Oh my god, that's terrible. I say, we'll find a cure, I promise, I continue. I then hear what sounds like a Green Lantern ring. Sayori Drake of Earth, you have the ability to overcome great fear. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps. Emerald light then fills the room. Okay. This is the last time I'm going to take you guys out of an immersion real quick. I gave the Dokis last names just for the Green Lantern rings. Like, since Natsuki's related to Jean Grey, it's Natsuki Grey. Since, Laura Kinney and Yuri are related, it's Yuri Kinney. Yeah. Monica, I did keep Doki as her last name, just a reference to, like, the OG game. And Sayori, I never thought of her last name, so I just made it Drake at the last minute. But it'd probably be Sayori Wagner, since she has the powers of Nightcrawler. But in this story, it's Sayori Drake. Okay, back to the story. Sayori Drake of Earth, you have the ability to overcome great fear. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps. Emerald light then fills the room. I don't want this. I don't want to hurt people. Sayori says, confused about what just happened. Okay, Natsuki, I think this is the time we reveal our final secret. I say, slipping a Green Lantern ring onto my finger. Sayori, we need you. And watch, I'm gonna try and use lethal force on Yuri right now. I say. Jonathan Storm of Sector 2814. Lethal force is not authorized. The ring chimes. See, you can't use lethal force. You can only knock out your enemy opponents or detain or trap them. It's perfect for you. You don't want to hurt people, and you can't if you wanted to. But please, take this, I say, trying to reassure Sayori that she will not be hurting anyone. Okay, Sayori says, a little bit more acceptant of the ring. First, you must recite the Green Lantern Oath. I begin. Repeat after me. In brightest day, in blackest night, all those who worship evil's might, beware my power. Green Lantern's light. My ring chimes. Power recharged to 100%. So he repeats that. Then she's fully transformed into the Green Lantern costume. Well, look at you, Monica says, impressed. How does the ring work? How does this ring work? Sayori asks, confused. Think about something with your imagination. Focus on it. And your willpower will make it be. With your ring. For example, a mirror, I say. Sayori then creates a mirror, looking at herself. Wait a minute. Sayori, doesn't your boyfriend go here? Oh, yeah. I'll call him when we get back to the Loud House, Sayori says. The rings aren't affected by EMP blast, so you could technically call him off that. If he has his old-timey phone on it. Him, I say. Eventually, we got out of the middle school. A few more fights with adults, no injury. They were just some, 18-year-old seniors, whatever they're called. We never really went by the names that the high school gave us, so we never remembered them. All that mattered to us was getting to the elementary school. We got there, and all that matters is to us was getting to the elementary school. We got there, and it was even for a superhero who has seen civilian casualties every other week, from Thanos or Magneto, or hell, the one time I got thrown through a building by Ultron. An apartment. The one time I got thrown into an apartment building by Ultron, it doesn't make it any easier to see, considering these kids were so young. It breaks my heart to see the classes are done very differently here. At least that's what I've heard from Lincoln. Lost my place, my vision, my WandaVision. Okay, I'm sorry. From Lincoln, saying that instead of grades going up the hall, so you would go to the kindergarten to 5th, instead it goes backwards, like the middle school, where it's the 8th grade classroom to the 6th grade classroom, where they're ordered backwards. I looked at him. You're freaking joking, right? I say, stressed. You're freaking joking, right? I wish. Lincoln's tone growing more serious. Captain America, Steve, he left himself behind. He sacrificed himself. He could still be alive, but it's not likely, considering Yuri's twin she conveniently forgot to tell us about. I say, looking up at Yuri full of anger. Lenny decided to stay outside the school. As much as we didn't want her to, her tender heart would be shattered at the sight of the carnage, so we gave up at trying to get her to go in with us. The 2nd grade classroom. We reached the 2nd grade classroom. I really hope they're still here. Oh, I go slowly, turning the doorknob. Same carnage of dead kids there. Book bags, papers, homework markers, pencils, notebooks, binders spread throughout the halls. I heard a crunch under my foot. It was a blue Crayola marker. I hadn't used these in years. And then it hits me how young these kids are. I picked up the marker, putting it in my pocket as a reminder to never give up. Lana? Lola? I say with no response. But I see a bloody red hat hanging on the window, along with a piece of blue fabric. I ran over to it. No, I say sadly, looking at the hat. Ow! I let out as I fall onto my knees. I've been shot in the wrist with an arrow. I turn around slowly to my right. I see Lana holding a bow and arrow that looked like it used to be Hawkeye's. Lana, what the? I begin to say with anger in my voice. Then it hits me. Lana, you're alive. I say, full of happiness and relief. I then pull out the arrow. How did you even have time to make these? I question, holding up the bloody arrow. Lana didn't seem to register my question. She stood there for a few seconds in disbelief. Oh, it's you. Big bro, Lana says, happiness overtaking her. Is it really you? Lana asked in a hesitant tone. Believe me, we've fought for our lives to get here. And I'm glad you're okay, I say, almost breaking down right there. Okay, it's you, Lana says, finally letting her walls down. Hang on. Let me, I'm having a brain fart. Hang on, just let me push you up. Why does my dog have to go outside right now? Hang on, I don't know that it out. I'm just gonna let him out real quick. So I'm gonna lay my phone down. Yeah. Okay, boy, okay, go. Go, boy, go. You need to go outside? Come on. Don't you try and bite me. You okay, boy? Well, okay, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna let him out and I just almost got dog bit, so. Well, my dog's being stubborn, but he's old, so I'm not mad at him. It's just, you know how that is. Back, where was I? Yeah, he'll eventually jump off the bed and I'll let him out then. Hang on. Mom, can you let him? Because I was trying to get him off the bed. And he needs to go out because he's trying to get off the bed. Oh, well. Me recording, I really don't care if people say, great, yeah, he did that to me too. Hang on, I'm gonna have to not really pause this, just...
Get in, come on, boy.
There we go. Okay, my battery's dying. Crap. I think it is, to be honest, but, well, I guess my viewers are getting a little bit of extra.
I wonder if this guy never did call
Oh, jeez. Not again. I don't know if my phone's charging or not, but I'm gonna risk it.
Oh, it's not. If there's no phone.
There, I don't know, and I can't
Now is it?
exit the video thing to find out. So just give me a second. I think so. Oh, well, you guys got a little bit of extra stuff you can skip. Let me just... Hang on,